Welcome to Tommy's Gentle Yoga 2, that's TOO. Here I am in my beautiful high-tech studios, Jury Rig Productions here in the wonderful burbs of Gordon Head. I'll meet you on the mat. You might want to gather your props around you or the makeshift props as suggested in the very first video that gave you prop alternatives. If you want to play some music on your device, then do so. And then I'll just settle back. Welcome. If you can't read my t-shirt, it says "See Our Age," which gives you an indication of what age this practice is for, although anybody can practice it. It also means courage, and so I want us all to find courage not only in our practice, but to send out that energy of courage to everyone in the world, to the people in Nova Scotia and across Canada. And let's begin. And find yourself in Shavasana, or the equivalent to Shavasana, laying flat on the floor. You can take your block and place it under your head if that's what you like. I'm going to use my regular props. I paid a lot of money for them and I don't seem to use them very much. So I'm going to use my regular props here, and I'm slipping my bolster under my knees. I'll lay back, making sure that my head is feeling comfortable. And let's just begin by noticing. Noticing the surface beneath your body. And as you notice this, without judging good or bad, is it soft, cushiony, or harder, firmer? Is it slippery from your recollection? And if it is during your practice, please make sure your feet are bare, or you've got appropriate socks with the stickiness or the adherent soles on them. Or you could even wear shoes that will prevent you from slipping in some of the shapes. Notice your breath moving in and out of the body. Visit the thoughts that are in your mind without judgment. There might be a taste in your mouth from today's recent meal. There might be scents that you're familiar with in your home or wherever you're practicing. Notice your sense of balance, or how you're feeling right now in this world. Checking in with emotions. Noticing the breath moving in the nostrils, slightly cooler, down the back of the throat, still cooler, moving through the chest, upper, mid, perhaps even coming down into the low belly, where the belly may rise. And then as you notice that there's that
Still point, the nanosecond of no inhalation and no exhalation. Then eventually the breath will turn, belly may fall, breath moves up the chest, slightly warmer, up the back of the throat and out the nostrils. Continue this noticing of the breath cycle. Still points at the fullness of the inhalation and the emptiness of the exhalation. Arms comfortably away from the sides of the body. Legs hip width apart. The low back is softened into the body, giving your whole being up to gravity, up to the support of Mother Earth. If you wish to invite a Sankalpa, intention, or heart's desire for today's practice, then do so now. It could be anything that you're working on or anything you wish or would like to happen in the world. And then to start that Sankalpa working for you, working outwardly, even though it already has begun, but noticing it, inhaling all its sweetness, and exhaling out everything that's holding you back from realizing that your Sankalpa continues underneath your whole life. Take 3 inhalations, bracketed by 3 exhalations, and then let it go and see how it resounds for you in your daily life. We'll continue with our square breath practice where the inhalations and the exhalations are bracketed by breath holds. The count is inhale, 3, 2, 1, hold, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 3, 2, 1, and so on. The breath itself is a low, slow flow in and out of the nostrils, quiet and sweet as a soft summer breeze or gentle ripples along the pebbles, small pebbles, down at the ocean or the river's edge. If you like, you can bring one or both hands a couple finger widths below the navel at the low belly. You may wish to bring your tongue up behind your top teeth at the upper palate. I'll get you started by counting you around that square a few times, and then you take over on your own. Let's begin with an inhalation. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, you take over. Let the breath practice go now. Return to the noticing of the breath. Inhaling, belly rises, back body moves away from the mat. Exhaling, belly falls, back body presses into the mat. And as you're practicing your breath, I want to remind you to take care of yourself during your practice. Stay well within your area of where comfort meets discomfort. Always defer to your own inner teacher if something doesn't feel right. It isn't right. You can return to laying on your back in Shavasana or a child's pose, or taking any position where you just stand or lay down or are kneeling, or whatever position you want to take, returning to your breath, the low, slow flow, and being aware. I'm going to remove my props now, so I will push the bolster away from underneath my legs and bringing it to the side of my body. If you have a bolster, it's got a strap on one edge, so I'm going to make sure that's up, and I'm going to take my foam core block, what's underneath my head. In your case, it might be a small pillow. And I'm going to put my strap beside my body. And then let's take 3 shared cleansing breaths. So inhaling through the nose. Big breath in. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. One more big breath. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And exhaling, reach your arms and your legs in opposite directions. Take a big stretch. And yawn. Let's right away bring the arms and legs up in the air. And once again, shake everything out. Everything out that's holding you back from your true nature, from your own courage. And then hug your knees to your chest. Rock your body gently from side to side. When your knees have returned to center, with one hand on each knee, direct the knees towards the feet, circle them around. They meet back at center and continue. Your breath is that low, slow flow as we warm up the shoulders and the hips. If you're new to my practice, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Tommy, and generally the warm-ups are always or pretty close to being the same. The next time your knees return to center, gather your knees to the chest, circling them around. Today I have my mic a little close to me. I might have to move it at some point. I'll try to do that fairly quietly. I just found that the last recording, the audio sounded a bit distant, and the sound of the furnace was a bit louder. If you want to shrug your shoulders during this, it helps really to move a little extra into the shoulders. Plant your feet in the floor. This is called constructive rest. Take some windshield wipers, exhaling your knees over. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other direction. Your knees don't have to meet the floor. You can move slowly, or you can move a little faster. or you could even hold. This is a lovely transition shape or transition movement. Return now to constructive rest, feet being hip width apart, one knee to the chest, foreleg is parallel to the floor, and start to circle your ankle. And circle the other direction. Float your foot up. I have my hands interlaced behind my knees and I point and flatten that foot as if I was or could stand on the ceiling. Notice what you feel up the back of your leg. Hug the knee to the chest. Come to the other side. Same thing, ankle circling. And circle the other direction. Float your foot up and point and flatten. Knee to the chest, foot on the floor, windshield wiper movements. And the next time the knees return to center, we'll practice a hold called Supta Baddha Konasana, the supine bound angle pose. There's two ways that you can practice it. The restorative way utilizes the bolster, which you would slip under your knees like we had at the beginning of the practice, if you indeed use something under your knees. And that's a bit more restorative. It helps to hold you and support the hip creases and your hips itself. A little more active shape, even though it is a hold, is no bolster. So either way, whether you're slipping that bolster under the knees or you're taking the one without the bolster, bring the soles of the feet together. Now, if you don't have the bolster, you can determine how far you want the heels towards the groin. Either way, bolster or not, I would try to lift the back up a little bit, your low back, and lay it down slowly, vertebra by vertebra. Or you could have your feet out a little more into the diamond shape. It's your choice. Trying to relax in the hip flexors, also called the hip creases, right here. Make it soft. Bring your arms away from the sides of the body. If you have shoulder issues, remember you're welcome to roll your hands over so the palms are towards the earth, the floor, the carpet. And breathe. Invite the low back to soften. Shoulders to trust the surface beneath them and to soften. Rock your head from side to side if you like. Wiggle the jaw. Breathe. Belly rises. Belly falls. Reach down and guide your knees up. Remove the prop if you have one under your knees and take some windshield wipers. Savor these. Move slowly. When your knees have returned to center, stretch one leg nice and long. Stretch the other leg nice and long. Bring the one leg in, the other leg in. Heel toe your right pinky toe to the right side of the mat, the left pinky toe to the left side. Create an elbow basket with your arms, opposite hand clasping opposite elbow. Exhale, knees in one direction, elbow basket in the other. Inhale, center, exhale, over, and then continue to move from side to side. Elbow basket and knees do not need to touch the earth, the ground, your floor, and your head can move with your arms. Take 3 more complete cycles. And then when your elbow basket and your knees have returned to center, heel toe your feet back to the center of the mat. Reach over and grab whatever you're using for a strap. And please don't do the leg practice if you don't have something to support your leg. Kind of like a guy wire, I guess, is what it would be called, like we use on telephone poles and such, hydro poles. So put the loop of the strap or the belt or your alternative on the sole of the foot. In this case, my bolster is on the left side, and I'll begin by lowering my leg towards the left. You don't even need a bolster. Just be mindful of how far you lower your leg. It's important to make sure that your upper arm is on the floor so it's supporting the leg as you take this movement. Or you could take it as a whole, and this is where you allow the leg to just rest on the prop. If you are very flexible and find it easeful to bring your leg right down to the floor, then by all means, be very careful and mindful. That's all. I'm not there to shake a finger at you. And then we'll bring the leg up and we'll change hands with the strap. So now my strap's in my right hand. I wrap it around the wrist to start with, and then I cross over. So I call this the crossover. And here I can roll over onto my hip, and I'm going to just make my right leg a little longer, although it feels rather nice to have it a bit bent. So your choice, long or a little bend in that right leg. After all, we're working on the outside of the left leg here. Sometimes if I find there's a bit of holding, I'll use my fingers and I'll push in to this big muscle here. See if I can massage out some of that tension. It's a little nice to have that heel on the floor because that allows you to do that pivoting movement. And then when the left leg returns up, let's take the strap with both hands. You can take it even off the wrist at this point. And gather your knee towards your chest. Your right leg is in the constructive rest now and will remain so for the rest of this side. reach the leg up in the air, so let the strap out. And then if you want, you can pull with a gentle bend in the knee, your leg towards your face. And this side is ended now, so take the strap off. I'm going to roll over, grab my bolster, roll it over my body, place it here on the side of my body, a little far, maybe, 8, 9 inches away from my body. And it'll be on the right side now. I'm not going to go into all the intricacies. I'll just do the main movements and the main changes. Set your strap up. And so right leg moves right. Left leg is in the half constructive shape. Breath is a low, slow flow in and out of the nostrils. Change hands with the strap. Lower the left leg either all the way flat or with your heel in the floor. Crossover. Hold or flow. And let's bring the foot back into constructive rest. Set up for the pulling the knee towards the chest. Invite the leg to lengthen. And this completes the strap series. I'll put my strap off to the side, and I'll push the bolster off to the side as well. I'll reach and get my foam core block. You get your block or your substitute. Place it under your head. Let's take figure 4. The right ankle comes just beneath the left knee. Tap the right knee out, flatten the right foot, and then allow your attention to notice the right hip flexor. Invite a softening. Breathe. Hold this. Notice. Feeling in your body the point where your body says, I feel okay to move deeper. Or if your body doesn't say this, remain here, this is fine. If your body says deeper, take your right arm and bring it through the space in the leg. Interlace the fingers behind the left thigh. Raise the leg up in the air, and the left leg is flat with the foot flat as if you were standing on the ceiling. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Some folks like to rock from side to side a little. hold it. If you ever get to the deeper, whatever deeper is for you, and it's just too much, come out. No one and nothing says you need to stay there. Only you. And be gentle and be kind with you. You are your best teacher. Lower the leg. Take some windshield wiper movements. Same thing on the other side. When you've returned to constructive rest, bring your arms and legs up in the air and shake everything out in not quite dead bug. Thank you, Jerry. Take the soles of the feet for a happy baby. An alternative grip is yogi grip, thumb and pointer finger, and middle finger encircling each big toe. The knees track towards the armpits as best as you can. If you're wishing to take the leg lowering position today or exercise today, then you can do so. If you're not going to do this, and I advise against it, if you do have low back issues, then just bring your feet into constructive rest. So bring your hands beneath your low back, bring your legs together, and your hands form an inverted triangle, thumb and pointer finger touching, and then very slowly lower your legs to the floor. Slowly and optimistically continue to breathe, gathering in at your core. Keep breathing and breathe and breathe, and lower, maybe hover above the floor, and then finally bringing your heels towards your chest. Gather your knees towards your chest. Everyone else join in with me now and rock gently side to side and roll over onto your side body. Remove what was underneath your prop from underneath your head. Bring your head on your bicep, the prop, whatever it is, between the knees. Bring your top arm up in the air. In this case, it's my left arm, thumb and pointer finger touching. Start to circle into your shoulder. So the movement is coming from the shoulder, not from the wrist or the elbow. Circle the other direction. And then roll over on the other side. The same thing. Change directions if you haven't. And then remove the bolster lock. I need to get the names of my props right here. Let's take another core exercise. We'll take our low planks. The shoulders are just over top of the elbows and the arms are shoulder width apart. The legs are hip width apart. We are not going to come up very high. When you come up, I'll count down, I'll count backwards. Let's say I'll count backwards this time starting at 7. Tuck your toes under, inhale up and hold it for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down, big breath. And exhale. Again, inhale up and hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down, big breath. And exhale, exhale, exhale all the way out. And let's push up on the hands and knees now. Cat-cow curls, Chakravakasana. Exhaling, angry cat. Inhaling into cow. Make sure you're tucking your toes under in cow. Move slowly. Take 3 more complete cycles. And when you've returned to tabletop, let's take thread the needle. Inhale up. Exhale through for 3. Inhale up. Exhale through. One more time. Inhale all the way up and exhale, come on down on your shoulder. Your upper arm can have the forearm on the floor, or you could wrap it around your back, whichever feels most comfortable. Breathe. And then pull your arm out. Give it a shake, shake, shake. Come to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale through. Inhale up. Exhale through. One more time. Inhale all the way up. Exhale through. Come on down onto your shoulder. your arm out if you want to take a shake out with your arm. That's great. Bring your big toes together. Your knees go to the edge of your mat. Lower the buttocks towards the heels. Come into the wide-legged child's pose. Your forehead presses into the mat between eyebrow center. Or you could place your arms between your legs or beside your legs. Push up onto your hands and knees. Returning to tabletop. Inhale, one knee to the chest, kick that foot back, tuck your toes under. Push into the foot. Up that leg over, look over your shoulder at your foot. Cat looks at tail. Hop the leg back, same thing other side. And let's take our sunbird now. You might want to start by giving your wrists a little shake out or a massage. Inhale, opposite arm and opposite leg up. Thumb is skyward, foot is flexed flat, hips parallel with the mat. That means that the floating leg, in my case it's the left one, should not be higher than my back body. Even if your foot, your big toe needs to touch the floor, that's also okay. Let's take 3 slow elbow to knees. 3, 2, 1, and hold it. Hold it. Adjust your hips. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Shake that wrist out. It's always good to notice that I'm perfectly imperfect. Inhale up. Hold it. Hold it. Keep breathing. Flatten that foot. Thumb is skyward. If you feel tippy, make sure you actually do have opposite arm and opposite leg up. 3 slow elbow to knees. 3, 2, 1, and hold for 4. Flatten foot. 3, 2, 1, and shake that wrist out. Walk your hands towards the top of the mat, pinky fingers touching each respective side. Tuck your toes under. Push up into down dog. Walk your dog out. I suggest not pushing your heels to the mat. If they happen to go there, that's fine. If they don't strain to make what appears to be gain. It's not. Feel your body moving. Be generous in your self-kindness. And then you could step or walk or hop your feet up towards the top of the mat. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now, this is where I'm going to test my new setup for today. It almost appears like my head touches the ceiling. It does not. Roll your shoulders down your back. Oh, that feels good to start out. And then roll them forward. Oh, that feels so good. Take your feet. They're the width of the mat. Take your windmills. I'm doing little taps on my kidney area. And then I'm going to slow right down and we'll come into breath of joy. Inhale low, inhale side, inhale up, and exhale. Once more. Excellent. Give your arms a shake, one arm at a time, the other arm a shake, one leg a shake, shake it out, and then the other leg a shake, and then hop your body in and give your whole body a shake, shake, shake. Ready to go? Let's take a balance today. How about maybe I'm just adjusting my place where I'm standing so that you can see my head. So you don't expect me to expect you to have no head when you're practicing this. So let's take, it's called either the standing bow pose or I call it dancer. I'm going to push my bolster off to the side so I'm safe from my props. Okay, feet hip width apart. Bring your right hand out. Right hand comes to the side. Top of the foot, the right foot comes into the hand, and right away the knees come together. So your legs are parallel across here, and your knees are tight together. Find your balance first. So see, I fell out, that's fine. Fall out 99 times, come back in 100, and try it again. And find something to gaze at on the floor or your mat. Bring your arm up in the air and kick that foot into the hand. It's a matter of tension. Finding that sweet spot and holding it and breathing through the wobbly ankle. Try to have a little bend, a gentle bend in the standing leg. In this case, it's my left leg. Let's come out in style. Hug your knee and your arms to the chest. Step down. Let's take the other side. Left hand out, left hand to the side. Top of the foot in the hand, knees together. Woo! Woo! I'm a little wonky today, that's okay. And here we go. Arm up. And dancer. Wobbly dancer, but dancer. Breathe. Hold it. Breathe. Choose to put your foot down. If you feel too wobbly, rather than your hand or your nose, hug your knee and your arms to the chest. Step down. Give your body a shake, shake, shake out. Roll your shoulders. And maybe do this little Qigong movement. Roll, roll, roll. Let's step to the top of the mat now. So my head, it looks like it is disappearing a little bit. Hoping that I have enough room back there to practice our Warrior Two sequencing. I'm going to find my sweet spot here. First of all, bring your hands to heart center and breathe. Draw attention to your feet. Notice the four corners of each foot. Big toe, pinky toe, either side of the heels. Make sure that your weight is balanced evenly over the feet. Gentle bend in the knees. Imagine in your mind's eye the soles of your feet have grown roots, roots that go right down deep into Mother Earth. And here there's an exchange of energy. She is composting that which you don't need, sending you vitality and energy, the courage and strength to move on. And then we're going to lengthen up the whole back of the body. So again, weight even over the feet, gentle bend in the knees, the tailbone, that's Muladhara, the first chakra, root chakra, also rooting down into Mother Earth and an exchange of energy. We'll lengthen up from the tailbone to the crown of the head. So tailbone through low back, mid back, upper back. Roll your shoulders down your back body. Lengthen the back of the neck. The crown of the head is skyward. Lengthen up and feel that there's almost a line or a lightning rod that's drawing energy through the tailbone all the way through the crown of the head upward. Rock your body back and forth. Side to side. Your eyes can be closed if you feel safe. Circle your body. Circle the other direction. Open your eyes. Notice the preciousness of this moment. Inhale your left leg up and step back into Warrior Two. Back edge of the back foot parallel with the back of the mat. Bend in to your front knee. Look for your big toe on the inside of the knee. Bring your arms up to the height of your shoulders and breathe and hold it. Straighten your front leg, flip your hands over so thumbs are skyward. Tip your hip back, your left hip back, and exhale down into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Today, your right hand will be on the
outside of the right leg. And if you can gaze up at your left thumb, that's fine. If not, just look off to the side and hold it and breathe. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Be mindful not to lock your front knee, your right knee. Notice that you're rooting down into the back edge of your left foot. So the edge that's parallel with the back of the mat. Inhale up. Warrior two, sink into that knee. Find your edge, that place where comfort meets discomfort. That's it. Find it and hold it. Breathe. Breathe and hold it. Hands to the hips. Step up now into the Warrior A posture. So in Warrior A, the feet are off track with the back foot. In this case, it's my left foot focusing or pointing towards the corner of the room. We'll adjust our hips forward. We'll pretzel the arms behind the back. You might be able to interlace your fingers or maybe just your arms, and then we'll take a big inhalation. Inhale, and then exhale forward. And you will bring your nose to your knee or your knee to your nose. Bend your knee as much as you need. Hold it and breathe. Inhale up, slowly, slowly. And bring your arms out. Step back into Warrior Two and set up and return to Warrior Two. Gazes forward. Gentle bend in your elbows. If you have shoulder issues, you can beak your hands onto your shoulders. If you have back issues and are not taking the twist, take the extended side angle. Here's the twist. And bring your hands palm to palm and the outer edge of the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. For those of you who are in twist and want to remain here, stay here. For those practicing the extended side angle, I'll remind you, the right arm would be just above the right knee, and the left arm comes over the top of the head, reaching forward like you're grabbing something on the wall. So you have a nice long length from fingertips to armpits and armpits to hips. Wherever you are, inhale up now into Warrior Two. Bring your hands to your hips. Pivot your feet so they're inward. You can wiggle your feet out a bit. Bring bends in the knees as much as you need. Hands are on the hips. And then moving forward from your hips with a gentle bend in the knees. Bring your body all the way down. Bring your hands towards the floor. If you have low back issues, you can simply keep your hands on your hips and your body parallel with the floor. If you're moving all the way forward, adjust your head so the crown of the head is moving towards the floor, and hold it. Breathe. Notice that belt band on your back, the low back. Breathe and hold it.
Keep breathing. Low, slow flow of the breath on the inhalation. Low, slow flow of the breath on the exhalation. Hands now to your hips. Uncurl your body. Adjust your right foot so it moves out. Make sure your left foot is in the proper alignment. Returning into Warrior B. Step to the top of the mat, coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. The feet are hip width apart. I may or may not have a head that you can see, but rest assured, I still have one. Let's take 3 half sun salutations. Inhale the arms up. Exhale forward, inhale up halfway, exhale fold, inhale all the way up, exhale hands to heart center, take 2 more. When your arms are up in the air, interlace your fingers. Pointer fingers are pointing towards the ceiling. You might not be able to see my fingers. Trust me, they're still there. Lengthen up. Take a big inhalation and then exhale, taking a side bend. Your gaze is to where the place where the ceiling and the wall meet. And inhale, center. Exhale, over. Inhale, Ginger, quiet Ginger, Ginger, inhale, hands to heart center, inhale, Ginger, quiet, inhale, and then step back into Warrior 2 on the other side, coming into your Warrior 2. I will just not give as much instruction as I did on that first side. Trikonasana, straighten that front leg, exhale down. Warrior 2. Step forward into Warrior A. Welcome, Ginger. Pretzel your arms. Adjust your waist, your hips so they're forward. Inhale, exhale, forward. Inhale up. Warrior 2. Take either the twist or extended side angle. Inhale up. Warrior two, hold it. Hold it. A shout out to Pam and Guy. I just noticed when I was in that twist, the finger yoga. Hands to the hips, wide-legged forward fold. Return to warrior B, inhaling all the way up. Settle in, breathe, hold it. Let's meet at the top of the mat in Tadasana. Embody mountain, majesty, strength. Lengthen up your back body. Notice your breath moving in and out of the moment. Notice the contents of this moment. Life goes on. Let's come down, inhale up, exhale forward, inhale up halfway, exhale fold, plant your hands on the mat, come down into the high kneeling position for our flying cow flow. Inhale out, flying cow, exhale forward, child's pose. Inhale, cow, tuck your toes under, hold your breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, angry cat. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Exhale all the way back into child's pose again. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, angry cat. Exhale, 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 all the way back into child's pose. One more time. Inhale, gaze at the ceiling. Exhale, melt into the mat. Inhale, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, angry cow. Exhale, exhale, angry cat. Exhale, exhale, all the way back into child's pose. Settle down. Breathe. Breathe. No mad cows here. Rock your head gently from side to side. Take 3 cleansing breaths. And then roll over and come into your Shavasana using all your available props. Perhaps you have a blankie at home. Take all the time you need for Shavasana. You could also choose to sit with me. I will take a very short meditation here, about 5 minutes. You can sit with me, and if you wish to learn more about developing your own meditation practice, I will be offering a video for such shortly. invite your consciousness to surface. You might wish to revisit your Sankalpa, your intention from the beginning of practice. If so, you can do that now. Breathing it in and out 3 times, and then let it go. And bring some small movements to your fingers and your toes. And perhaps you would like to circle your wrists and your ankles. Maybe the movements get larger in your arms and your legs. Maybe you take a big stretch and yawn, or hug your knees to the chest, or do hip circles or windshield wipers. However you wish to close your practice for today, make that so. And before we come to a simple seated shape to close together, roll over onto your side body and take 3 cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. If you're in a seated position, you can remain there and bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra. And as we close practice together, let's be safe and be kind. We're all in this together. Namaste. And fading to black.